action continues here at the Alexander Stadium in Birmingham. Let's catch up with the results.
Well, a chance to look at that senior boys 100 metres final result. Richard Kilty from Cleveland winning by a comfortable margin, 10.73. I wonder when it was the last time Cleveland produced a sprint star like that. Christopher Craig from Lincolnshire, 10.97. And Gareth Price neatly takes the bronze, also under 11 seconds.
And on immediately to the intermediate boys 800 metres final. The lineup: Mukhtar Mohammed of South Yorkshire, Davy Platt, Devon, Gel Verwer of Cheshire, Stephen Cavey of Kent, Adam Moore, Berkshire, Robbie Schofield, Lancashire, Charlie Eastoe of Warwickshire, and Omar Mansour from Essex, who qualified, by the way, as the fastest loser here. 2 laps of the track, Eastoe and Mansour together. Adam Moore in the all-blue kit of Berkshire is a contender here. He won his semi-final in the fastest time, 1 minute 56.35, and he is in fact unbeaten this year. The Berkshire athlete who's just 16. He's looking for his 3rd successive title in this English schools event, and he settled very quickly on the shoulder of the early leader Davy Platt from Devon, who qualified as the fastest loser. 81 in the yellow vest, Charlie Eastoe of Warwickshire, prominent early on as well.
Well, they've set off at a nice sensible pace there. In the green vest and the long white shorts, that's Mukhtar Mohammed of South Yorkshire. He's the fastest in the field on paper, and he does lead the UK rankings. But Adam Moore has almost sneaked under the radar. He won his county title in 1:54, winning it by nearly 8 seconds a few weeks back. So watch Adam Moore. He wears 5 in the blue. Watch Mukhtar Mohammed as well, wearing 71 in the green.
And also in the light blue, we ought to mention him, 41, Stephen Cavey, another semi-final winner. The hard work being done by Platt here, but it will be a surprise if he holds on to that position, as the man I've just mentioned in the light blue, Cavey of Kent, moves into second with the probable favourite Moore just behind him, and Mukhtar Mohammed still prominent. Eastoe of Warwickshire coming wide in the yellow vest as well, but he's got a lot of work to do to make up on the leaders now, under 200 metres to go. Cavey looks best placed, but don't discount Moore in the royal blue, Cavey in the light blue. And it's Moore who makes his attack for home now. Moore in the centre, perfectly placed, but Mukhtar Mohammed in the green vest is going to push him all the way to the line. Cavey's had to come very wide to stay in touch with those two. Adam Moore has got to keep going and does right to the line to win it in 1:55. A joyous victor, Adam Moore of Berkshire, gets his 3rd successive title in these championships. Very, very impressive indeed.
Well, that was a real lottery, that race, wasn't it? Because it was slow up to 600 metres. They were all jostling for position around the final bend with 100 to go. Look, there's 5 lads in it. Could have been anybody's race. And if you're going to make it that short a sprint for home, you might as well be at the front when the sprint begins. And that's what Adam Moore did there. He was at the front, a metre in the front of Mohammed, the favourite, with 100 to go, and he finishes a metre ahead.
Victory for Adam Moore in the intermediate boys 800 metres. John, back in the studio, has another former English schools champion, today's guest of honour here in Birmingham, Denise Lewis, with him in the studio.
Yes, thanks, Alan. Daley Thompson just popped out and he's been replaced by Denise Lewis, heptathlon gold medalist from 2000 Games and 2 times English schools champion. Denise, what's your impression so far of these games?
Oh, very good standard throughout, and most impressive for me so far has been, I think, Hayley Jones in the women's 100 metres, senior ladies 100 metres. Championship record, 11:56. She'll get into the senior relay team with that.
I know you've got a London 2012 Olympic badge on. Presumably the Olympics must be a huge motivator for these athletes. Is it realistic for these athletes, or some of them at least, to make that start line in 5 years' time in the GB team for the Olympics?
I don't see why not. I mean, if you try to think about America, they have champions winning Olympics, World Championships at the age of 19. These kids have to really be looking for that, or to that, for inspiration and to be going for it.
And what will make the difference? We've seen loads of talent here. What do they need to do in order to make that start line in the team in 5 years' time?
They've got to work hard. They've got no excuses with funding, facilities anymore. It is down to their own personal determination and graft going forward.
Thanks very much. Let's get back to the live action now. Back to Alan Parry.
The intermediate boys 200 metres is the next final on track, far side of the stadium. But first, the outstanding results so far.
Yes, and that interboys 800 metres, won by Adam Moore in 1:55. In a tactical race like that, only one athlete can really go home happy. Mukhtar Mohammed, I should think, for South Yorkshire, disappointed with that silver. Robbie Schofield of Lancashire taking the bronze.
Now the lineup for our next final, intermediate boys 200 metres. Robert Ogleby, West Midlands in lane 1. Damon Harrison, West Midlands in 2. Rian Samuel represents Middlesex, lane 3. Antonio Infantino, Hertfordshire, a semi-final winner. The only man below 22 seconds, incidentally, in those semis. He's in lane 4. In lane 5, Junior Ijehu of Middlesex. Lane 6, Lewis Ruault of Middlesex. In lane 7, Tom Mosley of West Yorkshire. And Sebastian Tully Middleton from Northamptonshire in 8.
Well, Antonio Infantino, personal best of 21.8, wears 37 in lane 4. He won the junior title 2 years ago. He's been here before. He's been through this whole procedure before. The call-up, the heats, the semi-finals, the final. And that counts for an awful lot.
Yes, nerves play a part, particularly for these young and relatively inexperienced competitors on what's their biggest day of the year. Oh, I thought it was going to be a false start there. It looks as though Ruault got away too quickly, but the judges let them go. And that might have just slightly thrown Infantino in the middle, number 37 in the orange vest, but it doesn't seem to have done. He's coming through strongly now with Jehu on his outside, big and strong, hunting him down. Can Infantino hold on here? It's going to be close. Jehu will push him all the way to the line, but he does hold on. The 16-year-old from Hertfordshire, Antonio Infantino, is the new intermediate boys 200-metre champion. Had to work hard for it, though.
Didn't he just? And up against what I'm sure was a full start. That is one of the most blatant full starts that somebody's got away with I've seen in a long, long time from lane 6. Look at Lewis Ruault there. You can see third from left. He's already up after about 25 metres. He's up on Tom Mosley for West Yorkshire. But he does get hunted down, first of all by his Middlesex teammate Junior Jehu in lane 5, who's the tallest figure in the race by several inches, and then by the tiny figure of Antonio Infantino there in the orange for Hertfordshire. Great running from Infantino. If that time is confirmed in the Winners' League, it's a personal best, 21.73. Indeed, the quickest time in England this year.
Ruault confirmed in third place, thanks to a, shall we say, dubious start at least. Very self-confident winner, the teenager from Hertfordshire, Antonio Infantino. Favourite, in fact, to win both sprints in these championships before we came to Birmingham, and confirming his favourite role in the 200 metres. Mick, time to hear from you and catch up on the field events.
Yeah, they've been going on all afternoon. We've not been able to catch your breath with these, but here we are. This is the third place athlete in the long jump, and this is Chanel Tate from Middlesex. And the very first jump of her competition in the first round was a best jump, and that was measured out at 5 metres 50. See, perfectly on the board, and a personal best jump for her, so you can't ask to do more than that on this big occasion. The confirmation of that distance, and there you see first round 5 metres 50. That was to be a best jump of the competition. The silver medal went to this young lady, number 73, Alex Lennox from Staffordshire. She was the pre-event favourite, and this was a second round jump. See, very fast on the run, very fast on the run up, hits the board nicely again. These girls have got some really good technique, and as they get a little bit older they will get faster and stronger, and they're going to get out there. But that was measured at 5.60, just 10 centimetres below a personal best. The stand packed with people, really cheering these girls on. They see second round 5 metres 60. That was the silver medal jump. And this is the surprise winner. She was only ranked 5th out of the 7 girls in this final. Personal best was only 5.30 coming into this. But in the second round, this is a second round jump, she hits the board hard, and that was a massive personal best for her. Once again, bang on the board. And that's measured out at 5 metres at 82. So a 37 centimetre personal best on the English schools final. And the technique's not that clever, so there's lots more to come. There you see, second round 5.82, and that was the gold medal.
Lane 61. Well, a chance to see confirmation of another result now. The Interboys 200 metres finally. Antonio Infantino of Hertfordshire then turning back the Middlesex Challenge. 3 Middlesex athletes in this one. 21.73 the winning time, with a good following wind. Jehu for Middlesex and Ruo in 3rd place for Middlesex as well, settling for silver and bronze respectively.
Ready to go, far side of the stadium in the junior boys 200 metres. In lane 1, Bradley Awua Pisa of Hants. Jordan Arthur, Middlesex in 2. Alex Pycock, Lincolnshire, lane 3. In 4, Joseph Hutchinson of Wiltshire. In 5, one of the favourites here, Lawrence Owen, the Londoner, lane 5. From Merseyside, another contender, James Armstrong, 6. Lane 7, Liam Close of Cheshire, and Adam Thompson, also from Merseyside, completes the lineup. And a great racing prospect here, Tim.
Well, very much so. I'll be looking at Bradley Awua Pieza in lane 1, who had a disappointing semi-final. He was unbeaten coming into these championships, but was 3rd in his semi-final. Small lad, might cope with the bend better than some others. Very tight, that inside line, remember. It's an event, this 200 metres, that's been abandoned completely on the indoor circuits for the last couple of years. But Awua Pieza will be chasing, if he goes out well, the athletes out in lanes 5 and 6, Owen and Armstrong.
Pycock of Lincolnshire, lane 3 in the green vest, is another to look out for. He won his semi-final in 23.22. The junior boys 200 metres. Set. Good clean start. In the white, Armstrong of Merseyside in lane 6 seemed to make the best start, but it's pretty close there. Pycock of Lincolnshire, much taller athlete, has already got him in his sights, but it's Armstrong who leads at the moment. Now Pycock coming through strongly in the middle, and also Owen, well, he's fallen back and lost it really over those final few strides to Hutchinson of Wiltshire. A surprise winner, really. He was only a runner-up in the first semi-final here, and there were much more favoured athletes either side of him.
Well, here it is again, Joseph Hutchinson in lane 4. Gets out of the block solidly, runs a good steady bend, but just continues to work well down the home straight. Out 2 lanes outside him, James Armstrong there in lane 6 for Merseyside, also going strongly, but Hutchinson, the taller figure, keeps working well, the head rocking from side to side a little bit as he gets to the line. He does take it though. And the bronze, I think, going to Jordan Arthur in lane 2.
22.64 the winning time. Armstrong got second in 22.86. Jordan Arthur, as Tim has suggested, taking 3rd place, 22.93. We're back to the hurdles, the sprint hurdles this time. Our next final on track is the senior girls 100 metres hurdles after the break.